Hey team, different type of videos today. Obviously Rush Duel is my main interest. I do play Vanguard on the side though, just for fun. And I made this deck recently. I haven't seen anyone do anything similar online, so I thought let's share it around. So to start off with grade 1s, you've got Laura Knight Sisyphus. This guy's basically like your main grade 1 ride target. Look at the top 5 cards from your deck, search for a grade 3, add it to your hand, then discard the card. You really want to be looking for Alt Mile. Like, out of everything else in the deck, Alt Mile is your first ride target. It's like the main ride target. If you don't get Alt Mile, it's not the end of the world, but you do prefer to see Alt Mile. So Sisyphus at 4, just to make sure you can try and see him. Even if like you don't get him off that first one, that first search, keep going. Do another Sisyphus. Do another Sisyphus. Also decent rear guard as well, just because he gains an extra 5k if you have no face-up cards in your damage zone. So pretty good. Turns into a 13k booster. For Fruiting Jewel Knight Eunice, she's like your secondary grade 1 ride target. If you don't have Sisyphus, or you've already got Alt Mile and you don't really need to prioritize searching for another Alt Mile, Eunice is perfectly fine. So if another unit is placed on her circle, either called upon or rode upon, you can retire an opponent's rear guard in the same column as her, and then if you don't, you can draw a card. Also, she's really good utility just for the fact that she has a rear guard skill which is purely recovery. So anything that you discard like a normal unit, at the end of the battle she boosts, you can put our normal units into the bottom of your deck, Soul Charge 1, which is deck thinning, which is really good, and you can return her back to the hand, which is also decent protection, and she's a 10k shield in hand, so pretty nice. 3 Knights of Warhammer Augustus. You could do 4. I like 3. 3's okay. 2, I did use 2 for a bit, and I thought 2 was too little. He's here simply because of his skill, where if he boosts a unit with Blaster Blade in his card name, can be any Blaster Blade at all. We want the main one. If you boost a Blaster Blade, counter blast 1, discard a card from hand. Blaster Blade gets 5k extra power and drive +1 until the end of the turn, which is really, really good. End of the battle. He's literally here just for that. We don't care about the 5k. The 5k is nice. We don't care about the 5k. What we care about is that drive +1. 1 Pluck Enchanter, it's just filler. I mean, realistically, I would have preferred to have a second Guidarius, but can't really get my hands on one right now. But Guidarius is better than Pluck Enchanter. Pluck Enchanter is just Soul Charge 1, and then if you have no face-up damage cards in your damage zone, counter charge 1. Guidarius, on the other hand, when you're being attacked, you can discard him from your hand. Well, when you put him on guards from hand, remove a heal trigger from your drop, then choose 2 grade 2 rear guards. They gain 10k shield. Obviously they can then intercept, and then when they retire from the guard zone, you can return them back to your hand, which is pretty decent protection for them. Moving on now to the grade 2s. I did have a look at other Blaster Blades. I thought about D. I didn't really care about D that much. 4 V Blaster Blades. I think it's better. I think it's better for this deck. Simply because I know it's a more expensive cost on his place skill, but the Vanguard skill of if you have 4 or more rear guards, this unit gains +1 crit is really important. Like, that alone makes it better than D, and I will show why in a bit. 4 Cardfights. Grade 1, if you're on grade 1 or less, discard him, search for a grade 2 or less card, add it to your hand. Also, if he attacks whilst boosted, counter blast 1, search your deck for another grade 2 card with a different card name from him, call it to rear, extra attack, really nice. So you can use this as like in a separate lane from Blaster Blade, use this to attack, or well, use Blaster Blade first, attack with Blaster Blade first, because they would be full, assuming best case scenario, you'd have 4 rear guards. He has that extra crit, and then attack with this, and then call something else over it, like another Blaster Blade. And 4 Explode Dual Nightingale, just because she's good, and if another unit is placed on her circle, they gain 10k, which we like. We like the idea of gaining 10k. And now the real meat and 2 veg of it all. 2 Altmar. The main ride target, the first ride target you want to do, no matter what happens in your deck, reach Altmar. Just reach Altmar, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Simple reason, stride into the blade, gain 2 first 2 markers, and just have fun. You don't even bother with the skill. I don't bother with the skill. The blade skill is good simply because we use 2 Saloons. 2 Dual Knight Saloons. You stride into him, he can call a grade 2 or higher, call Saloon into another rearguard circle. Don't even matter if her attack hits or not. It does not matter at all. What matters is the fact that the next turn you will ride over Saloon. Saloon is there just because, not even the first skill, the second skill. When your other unit is placed on this unit circle, counter blast 1, they gain 10,000 power and drive +1. You can see where this is obviously going. Finally, 3 Solitary Knight Gancelots. This is the main guy, like. So Blaster Blade on Vanguard or rear circle, gain 10,000 power. Good enough. During your turn, if your opponent's grade 3 or higher, which they should be, by the time you ride Gancelot, he's like your second ride. Your circles with Blaster Blade become Vanguard circles, which then means their Vanguard skills can activate. Does not work with Flogel, sadly. Works a bit with Barkle, depending on how you time it. But this is really good. You can basically enable drive checks. In a single turn, in a single good turn, you can do about 7 drive checks. If everything goes to plan. Oh yeah. 1 Elementaria, 3 Draw PGs, 4 Stride crits, 4 Power crits, 4 Innocent Rate Dragons, heal just because it's good. Albaria for your over trigger, because that's like I think Albaria is the best one for the deck. The opportunity to basically add 200 minions onto the field is like guaranteed, 2 guaranteed hits basically, and Barkle. And then for your strides, 2 good blades. Basically this is your first stride, always, no matter what. Gancelot Peace Saver, you don't have to use that. This is your main stride, Crystal Luster. Just because by the time you reach Crystal Luster turn, when you have Gancelot on your field, you should already be at GB3, which then activates Crystal Luster's Guard Restrict. Also, Crystal Luster can then copy Gancelot's whole thing, meaning that the skill, all of Gancelot's skills are still active on that turn, which is really, really nice. 2 Alfred, you don't care about him. 1 Saint of Twin Sword, he's good. I mean, if you see him, it's like an uh-oh moment sort of thing. 1 Eulogius, 1 Albius Avalon, 1 Isolt, 2 Dog, Androgeus, Marin, Messiah. And your first markers are basically just first 2. You want to be basically hitting for massive damage. Like by the time you ride Gancelot, you should have 3 first 2 markers on the field, which is nuts. I mean, the deck's strong on your turn. Yeah, pretty fun. It's a fun deck. Let me know what you think about it. Comment down below. Have fun.